let's now welcome on board Amit N. Mahajan, Director at Paras Defence and Space Technologies, joining in on the show right now. Amit, hi, morning. Great to have you on ET now. Firstly, I want to talk about, recently the fact that you've received several orders from the Ministry of Defence. Tell us a little bit about what your current order book stands at and what part of it is from the government.
Firstly, thank you so much for having me on this show. The order book of the company looks really, really nice. With the recent order books, in spite of we delivering a good Q1, Q2, we have a balanced order book of nearing about 1,000 crores. And the good part is the work that we are doing, either we are working for Ministry of Defense or we are working for Ministry of Space. So whether we have direct orders from the government of India or we have orders from the private companies, all of it, the end customer for almost all the businesses that we are doing is the government of India. So more or less, we are working for the government of India.
And what is the expected revenue recognition timeline and margin profile for the orders that you're winning these days?
The delivery periods for these orders on hand is going to be anything between 6 months to anything between 18 months. So varied orders. And the good part is there are certain businesses of ours which come in late and get executed faster. So these are the momentum that keeps going on throughout the year. And those are more so related to defense electronics. So there are certain orders that we are expecting still to come and they will get delivered in this financial year itself. So it's a mix of orders which can get executed from say 4 to 5 months to 18 months.
Right. And what is the timeline for commercialization of advanced drone technologies such as, the hydrogen-powered UAVs developed through the Heaven Drones joint venture?
Hydrogen-powered drones is a cutting-edge technology. It is currently the awareness of this particular technology is happening with the end customers. We are doing extensive product awareness and you can say business development for this. We are hopeful that the coming financial year should be a good time for it to get productionized or commercialized, as you may call it. And we should start getting orders by the end of this year or early next year of the financial year FY27.
And what's your outlook on the margin contraction seen in recent quarters? When do you go back to achieving around 35-40%, which is your guided margin range? And which segments will be key growth drivers for you?
So the margin contraction, I would always request that Paras or companies like Paras should not be looked at it from quarter to quarter basis. There has been small margin contraction only because there is an increase in expenditure because of the new financial year. And at the same time, the Q1, Q2s are not the best quarters. They are just warming up for how the financial year takes up after that. So at the end of the year is where you should always look at companies like us. We should be able to sustain the margin or slightly better it than what we did last year. And I think we will continue that trajectory in the coming years.
Right. And what's the strategy for expanding the export business beyond the current 16.25% of total turnover, particularly with recent wins like, the LOI from Serbia and France?
As much as I keep always telling that export is our plan B, I think the whole world has some different plans. So we've got very, very nice export opportunities. And we are hoping that the export percentage of our business by its own demand is going to increase. We're going to do a good amount of exports this year. That is also slated to increase in the coming financial year. So export looks good. However, the domestic need and the domestic demand is very, very strong and quite likely will still keep continuing to dwarf the export requirements. Said that, export requirements are very promising right now.
Okay, and what would the export share target be? If you can share that with us, that'll really help. What would that export share number be?
difficult at the end of the year. I should be able to dwell more as to what kind of exports we did this year and what kind of exports we are expecting this year. But these are all in the optics domain. We are doing exports in the Western region, and I think we have good amount of visibility and opportunities coming in from countries like Israel and Europe.
Right. And what's the order pipeline looking like? Any key focus areas?
I think the opportunities that are lying in front of Paras are significant and large in size. The company is completely poised to take all these opportunities in their stride and do justice to all the challenges that have been put across. The company is extremely focused towards optics and optronic systems, laser systems, and RF and microwave and electromagnetics. These are the areas of our focus, and we are doing very, very strong when it comes to these. The amount of opportunities that are lying in front of us are in these domains again, and they are in the scale of 2,500 to 3,000 crores. And I think this only is going to improve from here on. So all looks good.
All right, all looks good. We'll leave it at that. Amit, thanks so much for coming in and speaking with us. Great chatting, and we'll close that conversation. 0.4% lower on the Nifty. We're not seeing much of a move there over the last half hour or so. Muted day. What we'll do is we'll leave it at that on First Trades today. From Aisha, myself, everyone who puts this show together, thanks so much for watching. And stay tuned with Cap Masala on the other side.